What do you think was the biggest factor that led to your success?
The number of factors. Once you roll out a store, it doesn't mean that it's going to work on its own. You have to constantly think about new ideas, constantly come up with new products, have exciting products for the customers, and also, use the technology, use data analytics to see where you can improve, where you can achieve more operational efficiencies.
Welcome everyone to the first episode of a very special podcast with a very important guest. This person's achieved a lot in their career, successful entrepreneur. They've built multiple restaurants and he has this very, very big passion for food. I'm very, very excited and thrilled to announce Mr. Kanwal Kalra. Welcome to your own podcast. How do you feel?
Thank you, Arman. First of all, thank you for inviting me to this podcast. I feel great. I think it's amazing to be here.
What did you ever think that one day you'd be doing a podcast with 3 cameras in front of you? What made you want to start your own podcast? What inspired you?
Not at all. I mean, I'm a very camera shy, and to come out of that bubble has not been easy. But as I always tell everybody, that you can overcome anything in your life if you work hard, stay focused, and have passion.
100%. And that's one thing that we'll all learn today is that you have you're very passionate about what you do, about what you get into, about, different businesses you get into. That's one thing that I think I've noticed about you from the first day that I met you. So we'll definitely touch on that topic as well. But just to kick things off, we know, you are a successful entrepreneur, but before that, before you built the businesses, before you did all those things, talk about your story, in university, coming up in the corporate world, maybe some of your passions, your interests. Talk about your story before you started all these businesses and dived into the entrepreneurial world.
Sure. I'll take you back. I got my graduation degree from Khalsa College in Delhi. I moved on to study in Norway. I got my computer science degree in Norway. And then I studied in England and I got my master's in computer science. And I worked there for 1 year at University of London before immigrating to Canada in 94. When I moved here, I worked for many companies in IT, obviously, some of them being Quaker Oats, Terranet, Fidelity Investment, Bank of Montreal. Having bored with the work which I was doing, I felt I needed to move on to more aggressive environment. So I moved to New York in 2000, worked for companies like Alliance Capital, Goldman Sachs, IBM, and then my last tenure was at Hitachi Vantara, where I was supporting Bank of Montreal, Bank of America, as well as Wells Fargo account as a pre-sales consultant. Nothing to do with food. Food has always been my passion all along. All along, I have been cooking food from Indian chicken curries to pastas to some of the Chinese dishes at home, and also making ice creams in my home kitchen.
Yeah.
So that's where we are now. We have 4 Polly Cows stores. And we just recently launched our new pizza venture, which is Pizza Tavola.
Definitely. So you mentioned that you were in the corporate world before. You were working in different technical roles for different, capital firms, Goldman Sachs, and all those, venture capital companies and whatnot. Why did you want to get into food? Was there a light bulb moment, or was it always I know you talked about you had a passion since you were young, but what made you want to make that transition? At that age, why?
I think, as I always tell people, that do what your passion tells you to do. Growing up in India, obviously, passion stays in the back end, right? It's your parents who decide that this role is going to be good for you, for your career, so you will have good living. So food has been my passion all along. And, having been IT for a long time, I felt that now it was time to start, looking at some other stuff and basically fulfilling my passion. And that's when we started our first Roly-Poly Cow ice cream store. I saw how a couple of guys were making rolled ice cream in one of the malls in New Jersey. And that gave me an idea that if they could do it successfully, I could do it as well, because having freshly made ice cream was something I always enjoyed at my home. And then I imported a machine from China, created some recipes at home, and then we rolled our first store in St. Catharines in Penn Center Mall. Since then, we have grown successfully, thankfully, to our products, our staff, and our team who have worked, very hard along the way. We have achieved a respected status in our community. They enjoy our products. People are very happy with our service. People are very happy with our ethics.
So we'll definitely get to specifics of, Roly-Poly Cow and your operations and everything that you do there. But why rolled ice cream specifically? You said you went to this mall in New Jersey and then you saw this concept and then you thought like, hey, I have to bring this to Canada. Most people, they see something that they like they see. For me, if I saw rolled ice cream, I would just eat it and just not think about it, right? But you wanted to start your own shop after you saw the concept. What was that spark? Like, why?
Very good question, Armand. I think it's very important for everybody to know how the ice creams are purchased in the grocery stores, where the ice cream is made. It's made in a factory, transported to different stores, distributors. From there, again, they're loaded, offloaded. Along the way, I'm pretty sure the consistency, the quality, the profile gets changed. When I saw this, I felt, wow, you could make an ice cream right in front of you, right? Our ice cream base, which is the vanilla base, transformed into an ice cream, which is amazing. And moreover, on top of that, people have an option to select any flavor they want. They can add any mix-in they want. They can ask for toppings. They can ask for any sauce they want. And that's what inspired me to come up with something which will make people happy. The concept came from Thailand, but then we improvised. So after introducing Indian-inspired flavors, we felt that we should continue to innovate, continue to be creative, and so every day, we think about something different. Last week, we created our first Sitafal ice cream. Sitafal is apple custard.
Yeah.
So, and also then there were other challenge where a lot of families would come with kids. They would have one kid who could not enjoy dairy products. So then we had to come up with vegan, non-dairy ice cream. And then there was another challenge in our community. A lot of people have diabetes. A lot of people like to have a little bit less calories in their ice creams. So we came up with sugar-free ice cream rolls. So we took on something back in 2017, and we created a unique product, which people are loving it now.
100%, and I can attest to that because I love it as well. And your flavors, you have so many different flavors. That's the coolest part. You can customize everything, like you said, and that's one thing that I really love about it. A lot of people are typically passionate about maybe when they open a restaurant, they have that passion, but not every restaurant obviously achieves the same level of success as you did with Roly-Poly Cow. What do you think was the biggest factor that led to your success with Roly-Poly?
The number of factors, obviously. Not only, once you roll out a store, it doesn't mean that it's going to work on its own. You have to constantly think about new ideas, constantly come up with new products, have exciting products for the customers, and also, use the technology, the data, use data analytics to see where you can improve, where you can achieve more operational efficiencies.
And that relates to the jobs that you did before.
Exactly. So the job which I did before equipped me with the knowledge which I'm using in my own business. So it's a perfect combination of my background and also my passion.
Right.
And that's what differentiates us as well.
I see. Very nice. No, that's one thing for sure that I've noticed about you is your passion. So Roly Poly Cow, you started 2017. Now it's 2025. You've opened 4 stores now. And what's your plans now for the future? You've opened multiple locations of Roly Poly Cow. What are your plans to continue differentiating yourself as you've done for the last 8 years?
Absolutely. Very good question again, Armand. We need to obviously look at the market. We need to look at our customers' feedback. Constantly, customers come to us and request a new flavor. We analyze that, and we see if that flavor is going to be accepted by everybody else as well, or liked by everybody else. And then we work on that flavor, and then we do taste testing. Eventually, we roll that out to our consumer or customer community. And based on their feedback, we make it as a staple for our product line. And this is how we modify. We also look at the data and see which products we don't sell often. Right. There's no point in continuing to sell a product which is not liked by 80% of people. So we constantly look for feedback, customer reviews, and obviously we make sure that our employees who we would like to retain, our employees tend to stay with us because we provide them a wonderful environment to work. We like to create a good vibe for our customers. So all of those things, I think, have benefited us and made us look different than others. We make sure that our quality, consistency, the ingredients are top quality. Right. They are not, yes, sometimes we don't have any control over inflation, but at the same time, we continue to see, how we can, get the best pricing from the vendors rather than degrading our products or using some ingredients which are not good for our customers.
Right. And the main thing is it took time. It was a process over the course of several years where you went through multiple iterations, you tested different flavors, and you finally found what worked. How did you have that persistence though throughout like the first early years, the first 1-2 years, when you were still growing the business? How did you find that persistence to keep on going, keep testing different flavors, keep getting customer feedback? Like, where did that drive come from?
Absolutely. Perseverance is very important in your life. People do get frustrated if something doesn't come out the way they expect. And we are not different.
Yes.
We had the same challenges. We had a lot of challenges along the way. We had to invest a lot of money in our R&D.
Yes.
And but if you stick to your principles, if you stick to your planning and the outcomes, I always feel that you'll be successful.
So what does a typical day in the life look like for you? I know you must be super busy, early mornings, late nights. Walk me through a whole day from the time you get up to when you go back to sleep.
My days, sometimes I even forget, which hour of the day we are in, because I wake up early, around 6 or 7 o'clock, catch up with my emails, have a coffee, take it easy a little bit, and then head to my stores, look at inventory levels. Actually, before I head to my store, I look at the inventory levels of our stores. We have automation in place where I quickly see what we really need urgently, and then we compile a list. I order the ingredients or items we need, whether it's cakes, ice creams, the milk, dairy products, or sweets from our halwai. So obviously that is important. Inventory is one of the major piece of our, how we operate our business. Right. So that gets ordered. Then obviously, I go around literally to all our stores, meet our employees, see if everybody, how everybody is doing, how customers are doing, get some feedback, and obviously wrap our day late in the evening, again, by taste testing our products, taking some calls from employees, resolving a lot of issues such as POS issue or screens are not working, right. And those kind of things are happening more and more often these days.
Yeah.
So to wrap my day, I like to spend some time with my family. Come back home, have dinner, have some peaceful time with them, go for a walk, after having dinner. And my managers, my supervisors, sometimes ping me, because we close our stores at 2 o'clock, and I still have to address those queries.
Yeah,
but that's part of life. That's part of business. That's part of how we run our business.
100%. 100%. And that sounds like a very, very hard days of work. You get up super early. The taste testing part must be really fun though, right?
Taste testing part is really fun, and that's why I have to make sure that I don't exceed the amount I should be eating every day.
Yes, yes. And throughout your entrepreneurial journey, right? And you went through your corporate work and then starting Polly Cow, expanding that. You've learned a lot of things over the years in terms of growing businesses, mentorship, entrepreneurial advice. What are some tips that you'd give to other people looking to start their own business? Because a lot of people want to start their own business today, but not a lot of people know where to start.
Absolutely.
How did you find where to start, and how did you have the persistence to keep on going? Tips for other people, other entrepreneurs that want to start as well.
Sure, absolutely. Again, I use one word, and that summarizes everything: passion. If you don't have passion, don't do that. Don't do the business. If you have passion, you will always be successful. You will be able to find your ways. You will be able to navigate what you need to achieve, what you need to get. So it boils down to your passion.
So I know you like to run restaurants for fun. This is your passion. You love to do this, I know. What are some things or hobbies that you like to do outside of work? Do you have any hobbies or things like that?
Absolutely. I just think that in Canada, health, not in Canada, everywhere, health is something everybody should take care of. So I do take out at least 3 to 4 times in a week. I go for kickboxing, and that I consider as my mini vacation.
Nice.
An hour, right? I love that. I love to go for long walks while walking. Walking gives me ideas, relaxes me. Cooking is my other passion, which you already know. While I'm cooking, it's just very therapeutic. It just takes me away from all the chores, all the hassles of life.
Yes, 100%, 100%. So I know one thing you do is you definitely value relationships, right? It's helped you in your career with suppliers, with vendors. What's your social circle like? Like, how would your friends describe you? What do you do for fun with your friends? Like, talk to me about that.
That's a good question. My friends think I'm crazy.
In what way? What do you mean?
They think that my IT job was easy going. It was cushy. I had all the perks of my life. I was able to enjoy my vacation. They think that this is I'm running around morning to evening, but they don't realize that I am also very happy now in a way. But when they see from outside, they see I'm working too hard. I'm hardworking. Although obviously everybody thinks they think that I'm full trustworthy. They can rely upon me. They can talk to me any time of the day if they have any issues or they want to discuss anything about their life. So my friends are my friends, very close circle. They value my feedback, and I value their feedback, and I love them, and they love me. This is how I have my friends.
Awesome, 100%. So we know that restaurants is your passion. I like to ask this question to a lot of people. If you didn't find your passion for restaurants, what else would you be doing? Do you imagine any world else where you were not running restaurants, or you're doing something else? Does it ever click in your mind?
Well, very difficult question. I think if restaurant wasn't on my roadmap, I would probably still be doing IT stuff. I would still be working 9 to 5 probably, and that's about it. I cannot think of anything else. Not being in the restaurant industry means continuing with my IT industry.
So I want to touch on that point, because a lot of people are working, like they own their 9 to 5 jobs, and they might want to start their business, but they don't make that transition. A lot of people are in that boat where they don't make that transition. How did you make that transition? Like, why did you want to do that?
I think one of the factor was that my wife was very helpful achieving my goals.
Yeah.
She agreed to leave her job and manage our first store while I was still working in IT. And after that store was open in St. Catharines, we continued our journey in Brampton. And that's when I felt that now I needed to have full attention. And that's when I transitioned over completely from IT to managing the stores and expanding our franchise.
Right. So teamwork makes the dream work at the end of the day.
Teamwork always makes a dream work.
One last thing you want to say to the audience watching?
Absolutely. I always tell everybody that if you have passion in your life, you will, and if you have a drive, you can achieve anything. Coming from an IT background, not having any cooking experience, a lot of cooking experience, not having gone through formal chef training, I was able to create an ice cream brand, create all the recipes myself. I feel that everybody can achieve that if you have a passion and drive.
That's what it comes down to. See, no chef training, and you make food that's so good. So we have to end it off on that note. Thank you, Kanwal.
Thank you very much
for your time and for hosting your first episode of your first podcast. So thank you, Kanwal, and everyone stay tuned for the next episode.